I'm Gabriel Morency for Sports Interaction. Well, as I stated, it's a great time of the year to be a sports fan, and this weekend is no different. We've got the NHL playoffs. We've got the NBA playoffs. We got some WEC championship fighting in Sacramento, California. We got the never-ending NFL draft, and I don't know what's more annoying, hearing hockey announcers refer to the boards as the wall or hearing Mike Mayock talk about a player's upside. But, hey, what do I know? I'll tell you one thing that I do know for sure. The only people that are making as much money as Big Ben Roethlisberger's attorneys, because Big Ben can't contain Little Ben, are the ticket brokers in the Windy City. Chicago, Illinois, baby. It's the place to be. You got LeBron James and the Cleveland Cavaliers taking on the Chicago Bulls. Now, I don't know if Cleveland knew what time Game 3 started at because they didn't show up until the fourth quarter. I think the Bulls win in Game 3 will get the Cavaliers' attention, nationally televised. I expect the Cleveland Cavaliers to get it done. Now, Larry Brown. Larry, what's your deal, Coach? I thought you were busy, scouring, pounding the pavement for another job to be so concerned about what the Orlando Magic are doing. Evidently, Charlotte Bobcat head coach Larry Brown was upset because the Orlando Magic didn't practice. He thought it was a sign of disrespect. Well, evidently, he worked his Bobcats pretty hard on the practice floor. Yeah, it really worked. They lost by 20 plus. Now, there's a big difference between home games and away games in the National Basketball Association. And while Orlando will eventually win this series, I like the Charlotte Bobcats to step up in Game 3 and nail down a home court W. Now, I mentioned WEC championship fighting. Now, it's not often you're going to say there's a championship event taking place in Sacramento, California, but that's exactly what it is. The UFC's sister company, the WEC, invades Sacramento, California. A couple of great championship fights, and we've got Uriah Faber in the plus 200 range. Now, Jose Aldo is a great fighter, but nobody is invincible. And if we've learned anything from watching mixed martial arts, and I don't care what company, what league it is that a fight is a fight, and an underdog always has a chance, especially an underdog of Uriah Faber's pedigree. I will be riding the California Kid on Saturday night. Now, Benson Smooth Henderson and a Cowboy Cerrone was one of the best fights of the year. They're going to be dancing again, and I wouldn't expect anything different. Now, the lines makers see this fight as a pick'em. They both beat the snot out of each other for 5 rounds last time. I don't know if this fight's going to go 5 rounds, but I do know that Benson Henderson, this guy is like made out of rubber. You can bend him, you can twist him, you can punch him, and he keeps on coming back for more. I'm going to be taking a look at Benson Smooth Henderson and Uriah Faber. Now, if you can't get enough of the NFL draft and you're disappointed that the National Football League regular season is still like 6 months away, don't worry, people. You got the Arena Football League going on. Nothing beats watching a team called the Yard Dogs and the Barnstormers, and that's the NFL Network game of the week. Iowa is they were a good Arena 2 Football League team. They're having some problems adjusting to playing with the so-called big boys in the Arena League. Yet nevertheless, Iowa, they get like 10, 12,000 people in that barn to watch the Barnstormers. I think Iowa could be worth a look on Saturday night. We'll wrap things up with a little Sunday night baseball. Mike Pelfrey, are you kidding me? Mike Pelfrey has been the New York Mets. He's been one of their best pitchers. Mike Pelfrey still hasn't lost a baseball game this year, and we got the Mets, and we got the phenom Tommy Hanson of the Atlanta Braves. I'm going to be taking a look at the under of this baseball game if we get a manageable number. Now, I'm Gabriel Morency for Sports Interaction. I hope that you enjoy the games this weekend. May the winners be yours.